Hello, everyone. I'm Jim Bruner, and welcome to Neighborhood Challenge, the TV game show where Sun City residents challenge their neighbors to match wits on general subject matter questions, as well as going head-to-head on a variety of skill games that will test their ingenuity and manual dexterity using normal household items. At stake are some lovely prizes for the winning neighborhood team members. The winning team members will receive courtesy of Lifestyle Services, $20 off any lifestyle event, and our Health and Wellness Department provides each winning team member a fitness coupon. But mostly, this is for fun, territorial bragging rights, and your viewing entertainment there at home. We have two community theater teams representing the cast members and the crew members. Now let's meet our two teams. From the cast, please tell us your name, how long you've lived in Sun City, and where you moved in from.
I'm Barbara Swayze. I have lived in Sun City for over 5 years, and I came from Northern Virginia.
Thank you.
I'm Carol Dines, and I'm a newbie. I've been here 6 months. I moved here from Louisville, Kentucky.
Kevin.
Sure. I'm Kevin Carr. I've been here for 7 years, and I moved here from southern New Hampshire.
And Steve.
I'm Stephen Peters from Sacramento, California. Been here 5 years.
Thank you. And now meet the opposing team from the crew. Tell us your name, how long you've lived in Sun City, and where you moved from.
My name is Max Clements, and I've been here 16 years. I moved here from Kansas City, Kansas.
Thanks, Max.
I'm Nancy Austin. I've been here 9 years, and I moved from Northern Virginia.
Thank you. Karen.
My name is Karen Morrow, and I've been here over 3 years, and I'm from the Pittsburgh area.
And I am Cynthia Lawless. I've been here 4.5 years and counting, and I am from Connecticut.
All right, players. We begin our challenge with randomly drawn questions from 4 separate subject categories: A Place in the Sun, Fun and Games, The Sounds of My Generation, and It Happened in My Lifetime. Each team will answer a single question from each of these 4 categories. The questions are worth 10 points each. Answer correctly, you get the points. Incorrect answers simply receive no points. There's no penalties or point deductions for a wrong answer, so it's okay to guess. I'll read the selected question, and your team will have 15 seconds to answer. Cast. You won the toss, and we'll begin with the category A Place in the Sun. These are the questions about geographic locales in and around Sun City Hilton Head. A correct answer within 15 seconds earns your team 10 points. Let us have the cast captain, Barbara, pick a question. All right, a good one. A Place in the Sun. What year was the Millennium Bridge opened across 278?
Go for it.
1997?
Answer 2000. Millennium Bridge.
Good guess. Good guess. Good try, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Do we get partial credit for this partial?
Answer wrong, you get no points. Now, Max.
I like that one.
Max, you're the team captain from the crew. It's your turn to answer a Place in the Sun question. Okay, you choose a question, one of the remaining.
They're all a place in the sun.
That's it. So just, all right, now. What single state has the most resident representation here in Sun City?
It's gotta be Ohio. Gotta be Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio. Right. Our next question category is called Fun and Games. These questions are about sports and recreation within the Sun City Hilton Head. This time, Max from the crew will go first. Max, choose a question. And for 10 points, within 15 seconds, what is the tile-based game that was developed in China during the Qing Dynasty and is played mainly by women in Sun City?
Mahjong.
Very good. Mahjong.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Barbara. Time for the cast
Probably gonna get Seward,
to
too.
pick your question. Oh, that one, right up front, huh? Okay. Within 100, how many volunteers work the RBC Heritage Golf Tournament each year?
Oh my gosh.
Can we go back to
We're
Marshawn?
actors.
Now, it's within 100.
I would,
100.
200, I think.
200.
No, I'm sorry, it's 1,200.
Oh, my God.
1,200, wow.
We're not doing very well.
Round up.
Randy, update your neighborhood team scores, please.
2 rounds of questions. The cast has 0 points, and the crew has 20.
This brings us to our first skill game, which Barbara from the cast and Max from the crew have already elected to play. This test is called Iron Nuts. It's called that because nuts is what you might be tempted to say as you struggle to attempt to build a stack of machine nuts using only one chopstick and one hand. That's right, you're going to stack as many common metal machine nuts as you can on top of one another. You must stack them like this sample stack on the table using one of the flat sides. You may use your chopstick in any way you wish to place one nut on top of the other. You can stop whenever you want, but you'll only get credit for the number of nuts you've successfully stacked and are freestanding unassisted at the end of 45 seconds. Now, the winner of this challenge will earn 20 points for his or her team. The other team receives no points. Any questions? Max? No? Now, Max from the crew. On your mark, get set, go.
Come on, Max.
You can do this, Max.
Alright,
Steady.
One.
Steady hand.
Come on, Max.
Steady, steady, steady.
Be cool. Yay!
Looking good, looking good,
Max! You can do it.
All right.
looking good.
Let him concentrate.
Go, Max.
Oh.
Keep going, don't stop.
Max, you can do it.
Relax. Go ahead.
You got it.
Make sure it's centered.
All right, you have 15 seconds left.
Now just take your time with this. Take your time.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep going, Max, keep going.
Keep going up. Come on, there's still time. Hurry.
5.
Time.
Good job, Max.
Stop the game. Our scoring team will now confirm the number of stacked nuts. Next, we have Barbara from the cast. On your mark, get set, go.
Go, Barbara. You can do it. You can do it.
Barbara.
Yes, yes. She's good. I knew it.
got
Oh,
it.
all right, great. One more.
All right.
Yes!
Go, Barbara.
Guys, let
Got it? Oh, yeah.
Careful,
Looking
careful.
good.
Good so far.
Careful.
Nervous?
Go, go.
She's good. She's good.
That looks. Oh.
Use the chopstick.
Hey,
Did good so far.
Okay, go.
Keep going, keep going,
One
keep
more.
going.
One more. Keep going. It's good. Keep going. Keep going.
Grab your chopstick
Doing
closer
good.
to the top.
Take your time.
Grab it closer to the top.
Take your time.
15 seconds left, that's plenty of time,
It's
1/3.
It's
Keep
cool.
going.
Okay, nice
One
and
more is good.
slow and calm.
Keep going.
And that, you got it? You got it?
Looks
You got
good.
it, you got it. You got it, you got it.
Oh, time.
That's time.
Good job, Barbara. Good job.
You get more nervous as you do it.
Okay, now Randy will give us a scoring update after completing this round of Iron Nuts.
After counting the stacked nuts, the cast had 2 nuts, and the crew had 2 nuts. Now the cast has 20 points, and the crew has 40 points.
Our second skills game is called This Blows. As you can see, we have a line of purple plastic cups across the table. Your goal is to blow up your balloon and use the air from your balloon to blow the purple cups off the table in less than 45 seconds. You may blow up your balloon as often as you need. Do not touch the purple cups with your balloon or your hand or you'll be disqualified. The winner will be the one with the most purple plastic cups blown completely off the table, and you will earn 20 points for your team. No points for the runner-up. Do either of you have any questions? Next is Cynthia from the crew. And 1, 2, 3, go.
Come on, Cynthia. All right.
What you got?
good, very good. Give it your all. Come on, give it your all. Get him off. Let's go.
15 seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Keep going, keep going.
Okay, go more. Hurry up, it's gonna ring.
Oh, stop.
All right, so she has 11.
Stop. Okay. Whew. Our scoring team will count your purple cups. Now that we have reset the purple plastic cups, Kevin from the cast will play This Blows. And 1, 2, 3, blow it up.
Come on, Kevin, you can do it. Big blow it up big. There you
A lot
go.
of air, a lot of air. You can do it, Kevin.
More.
Come on.
Blow bigger this time. Bigger. Yes.
All the way.
Okay. One more.
Don't touch her.
Go fast. Let's go. You can do it. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go.
Plenty of hot air.
Go. Just a couple. Wait. More.
15 seconds. Yay! Good job, Kev. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you the man.
Now, Randy and our crack scoring team will count all the purple plastic cups. Here are the results from round 4. Randy?
We've counted both teams' cups, and the cast had 11 cups, but the crew had 15 cups. So now the cast has 20 points, and the crew has 60 points.
Our third question category is called Sounds of My Generation. These questions are about oldies music and classic rock. And we start with the cast. Barbara, please pick your team question. Oh, that one?
Hey, mix them up a little bit.
Hope it helps.
What is the name of the manager of the Beatles? Brian Epstein. That's right.
I'm not just a pretty face. I know him.
Okay. Now the crew will play Sounds of My Generation for 10 points. Max, your question? The Carolina Opry, a country music-based variety show, was established in 1986 by singer, producer, and entrepreneur Calvin Gilmore. In what South Carolina city is the Carolina Opry located?
Charleston.
I'm sorry, no, it's Myrtle Beach.
I should have known. Redneck Riviera.
Okay, crew, are you ready to play It Happened in Your Lifetime? Sure. These questions are about historic events in the past 85 years. Max, choose a question. That's a good one. What American politician served for 48 years as a United States Senator from South Carolina?
Strom Thurmond.
Strom Thurmond. Good. Okay, now it's time for Barbara and the cast to pick a question and play It Happened in Your Lifetime.
To the middle of the road.
The origin of the internet we use today is generally attributed to ARPANET, A-R-P-A-N-E-T. Which government agency founded ARPANET? Defense, commerce, or education?
I say commerce. Defense. Defense, I guess they're going with.
I think defense. Oh, I guess I better figure out who it is. Really. Department of Defense. Okay, let's have Randy update our neighborhood team scores. Randy?
After final rounds of questions, the cast has 40 points and the crew has 70 points.
Our next skill game is called M&M Toss. Each contestant will get a bowl full of those addicting M&Ms. You'll toss one M&M at a time, trying to have the M&M land in the bowl on the table just in front. You must stand back and not move forward, but toss one M&M at a time, hoping it lands inside the bowl. M&Ms that fall on the floor or table cannot be used again. The winner is the one with the most M&Ms in the bowl at the end of 45 seconds and earns 20 points for your team. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Carol from the cast. On your mark, get set, go!
Oh, crap.
You get it.
Oh, I'm not good at this.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. One at a time, Carol.
Okay, one at a time.
One
Okay.
at a time. One at a time.
It's a good thing I'm better on stage because.
Give him the swing.
All right, oh, I'm trying. This is, oh,
There you go.
all right, I can do this.
Back.
Oh, keeps having to tell me go back. Oh, man. I'm really bad.
Hey!
Ah.
Time! Stop the game. Now our scoring team will count your M&Ms. And now it's time for Karen from the crew to follow the same rules and toss as many M&Ms as possible into the bowl in 45 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
Come on,
Karen, you can do
Karen.
this.
Karen.
Okay. That's
Come on,
good.
come
That's
on.
good. That's good. That's good. That's
And
good.
and do it the same way each time.
There you go. There you go.
Yes,
There you go. There you go.
Keep
There you
that
go.
going.
You got it.
It's the groove. It's the groove.
Gotta back up some. Gotta back up some. Gotta back up some. Gotta back up some.
I'm not moving. I didn't move. It's my arms.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, keep going. Yes. Yeah, one arm. Yeah.
Oh, yes, you got it, I
You
think.
gotta stuff Chucky at the end. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Come on.
We need to.
Oh, keep going, girl.
15 seconds.
Come on, Karen. Come on. Yes,
More.
yes, yes.
More.
One more.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
More.
Yes, Karen,
Yes.
go.
Yes.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Time. Stop. Okay.
I didn't move my feet at all.
Oh, okay.
It's my.
After the third skills game, M&M toss, the cast had 14 M&Ms and the crew had 19 M&Ms. The cast now has 40 points and the crew has 90 points.
Anchoring the teams for our fourth and final skill game are Nancy from the crew and Stephen from the cast. Our last skills game is called Number Match. We have numbers 1 through 6 on this paper. You are to use one hand and one chopstick to turn the dice on the table to match the number and move the dice to cover the same number. Turn and move all the dice to match the 6 numbers on the paper. The contestant that correctly places the most dice in the proper spaces wins the 20 points for your team. If a die falls on the floor, it may not be used again. Do either of you have any questions, Steve?
You sure there's 6 sides on that?
Stephen from the cast will go first in this game. 1, 2, 3, go.
Go, Stephen, you can do
That's
it.
it. That's it.
Slow and steady, wins the
That's
race.
it.
Wow. Hey, what a great thought. Yeah, right.
Come on, Steve.
You can do this. You can do it. Yay.
You got it.
No.
You're going right. You're going right.
Come on, Steve.
Oh, come on, Steve. Come on.
There you go. Come on.
Come on, you can do this.
You got it.
You can
There
do
you
it.
go.
You can do it.
There you go.
He's almost got it. You're almost there, babe. You're almost there.
All right. All right. Okay. Boy.
Oh, yeah.
15
Yeah,
more
still got
seconds.
15
time.
seconds
Still
ago.
got time.
Great.
And he's done. Stop the game.
I'm talking about.
Next is Nancy from the crew. Ready to match the numbers? 1, 2, 3, go.
Come on, Nancy, take your time.
Come on, Nancy.
Concentration.
You got it. Come on, Nancy. Come on. You can do it.
Going good, going good.
You can do it.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
There you go.
That's a 5. That's a 5.
Okay, go. Come
You got it.
Oh.
Do this.
Yes. Come on, one more.
Come on.
Oh,
I think you.
oh,
There it is.
Come
There
on.
it is.
Stop the game. Stop the game.
yeah, girl.
Now that our contestants have matched all the numbers, our official scorers will count the matches. Randy.
we have counted the number match, and even though the cast had 6 matches and the crew had 6 matches, the cast did it in a longer time. So they still have 40 points, and the crew has 110 points.
I would like the captains, Barbara and Max from the cast and the crew, to tell us a little bit about your upcoming community theater productions.
Hi, I'm Barbara Swayze.
And I'm Max Clements. We're both involved in the Sun City Community Theater's production of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
We'd like to invite you to join us at Magnolia Hall for what will be a riotous comedy. Taking place on the French Riviera, an excessively suave con man, Lawrence Jameson, is busy swindling wealthy women out of their money when Freddie Benson, an outrageous, crass, small-time grifter, busts onto his turf. The two eventually bet to see who will bilk and bed Christine Colgate, the soap queen of Cincinnati. The extent the two will go to one-up each other, is pure mayhem.
And the various twists and turns will keep you guessing who is conning who and why, right up to the very end. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is a lively musical comedy that offers plenty of harmless silliness for an entertaining evening.
So come, join your neighbors in seeing us perform for 5 shows, September 28th, 29th, October 4th and 5th at 7 o'clock, and Sunday, October 6th at 2:30.
It takes a lot of people behind the scenes to support the actors on stage. Sun City Community Theater is always looking for new talent, both on stage and behind the scenes. We would like you to join us.
Our final challenge consists of a single bonus question worth 30 points, wherein the fortunes of either team may change quite dramatically, or not. Team captains, we will ask both teams to write their answer on the same randomly drawn question. You'll have 60 seconds to collaborate as a team before I'll ask your team captain to give me the answer to this question in writing. Good luck to both teams. Here is the bonus question. What is another name for low country boil first made in St. Helena Island?
Let's go for it.
And then that way it won't be my fault.
Because he said it.
I don't know the answer.
It's something, a stew, some kind of stew.
Frogmore stew.
Frogmore stew?
That's the first thing that came.
I have the final written answers from both teams. Frogmore stew and Frogmore stew. And the correct answer is Frogmore stew. I'll check with our scoring judges to confirm our official winning theater team. I have the final scores from both teams. We have our winner. The winning team, cast 70 points, crew 140 points. Congratulations to both teams for having fun in our neighborhood challenge.
Can we get a recount?
Congratulations.
Can you trust that?
Our sincere thanks to both teams on a very spirited and fun-filled competition, and our congratulations to the crew.
Yeah!
Each of you has won $20 off any lifestyle event, and each team member receives a fitness coupon from our health and wellness department. So enjoy. And for those of you watching there at home who would like to organize your neighborhood team and issue a neighborhood challenge of your own, please send an email request to Georgia Lash, SCTV Promotions Director at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Be sure and include names, phone numbers, and email addresses. You'll need a team of 4 with 2 alternate subs. SCTV will schedule you for a future broadcast of Neighborhood Challenge. I'm Jim Brunner for SCTV, and thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next month on Neighborhood Challenge.
The highlight of this was winning these wonderful prizes.
The highlight was being with all these people again. I missed them.
The highlight was winning. My team was awesome.
The highlight is the people and having fun. The low light is losing. So next time I do this, I want to be on the winning team.
The highlight was blowing up those balloons. I actually got a little dizzy, and I like that.
The low light was I got tears in my eyes and
The highlight of Neighborhood Challenge was being on the winning team.
Would do it again in a heartbeat.